I really hope that someday someone will come up to me and say, I am so inspired by this song or whatever that you wrote, and it changed my life in this way, or it inspired me to write this song, or I wrote, whatever. Like, to have someone come up to me and tell me, like, I'd love for any of my works to inspire anyone. I've noticed in this world, it's really sad how there's not a whole lot of that. It's pretty rare. There's not a whole lot of inspiration or exuberance or like awe or wonder of the mystique that is everywhere. There's so much mystery here, and we're so just kind of stuck in this jaded space where things are predictably more than just the sun's gonna rise in the morning, but that there's gonna be letdowns and continued failures, and you're gonna forget something, you're gonna stub your toe, that kind of stuff is, you're gonna get stuck in traffic. All that stuff is predictable, and we get stuck in that predictable space, and then we get kind of like jaded, and we're just like, and like people don't care. We get that kind of adopt this cynical disposition. And speaking from experience, I totally can get cynical. I mean, I do in some of these videos where it's just like, why don't people care? Like, what happened to people here? Like, people are so inundated with all this information and like the internet now. It's kind of spoiled something that we had, to really appreciate talent. Even as a guitarist, like, I see all these incredible guitarists out there, and it would be easy to just be like, wow, I am like, feel like nothing compared to what their musical prowess or whatever. But I have my own thing, and we all have our own thing, and it's important to see it that way. But I really need a new perspective, because you just get inundated with like the world's best, and they're out there. They might not even be the best, but there's a lot of very talented people, and so it's hard to appreciate even just how hard it is to get to like an intermediate level. Like the pros out there, like, it's truly mesmerizing to watch them and inspiring, and I strive to achieve that inspiring hype factor. I want to see people come alive. I want to see them light up, and it's not that I've never seen that. I see it, but it's rare, and it's very special. It's very special. It almost makes it more special that it's rare, even though I think it should be more of a thing. It should be more excited and bright-eyed and full of wonder. Like, that's such a beautiful place to be. But I think we also have to put our guard up, because we live in a very scammy world, and constantly, extortion or exploitation and stuff is always afoot. And we always have to be wary of that. But there's the other side of things. There's the beautiful mysteries of things that we should be able to have awe and wonder for in our observations and explorations in those realms. It's just sad to see. I mean, even in the dating world and with people, I feel like there was so much more mystique even just a decade ago. And it's like with relationships, and it's like, I don't know, something happened to like the women. It's like I don't meet as many romantics as I used to. Like, I don't know if anyone's noticed that. I mean, it's also the men. But as a man, like, who likes women, who's attracted to women, like, I've seen it on them. They're just kind of like, passive indifference would be a good description, other than like, it's like being in wonder and awe. And I think there's also a mystique for us American men towards foreign women, because a lot of American women kind of have a bit more of an entitled, kind of snobby, like, little more spoiled because of how cush we got it here. But it's hard for everyone. I'm not, I don't want to sound chauvinistic. I support women. I think, there needs to be more women in like music and stuff. It's mostly men. And I think the world could be benefited. I think men and women would agree that this world would be better with less men and more women. Obviously, like, chauvinists wouldn't think that, but I don't know. But it's like there's enough male energy here, and I think it's had, like, obviously a negative effect on all of us, but the women, it's like they've learned to survive in this social environment, in this dominator society, and yeah, it's just tough for everyone, is what I'm saying. And I'd love to see women and men, like, have that sense of wonder, like, with different people, and I don't know, there's nothing wrong about fanboying or fangirling on things. Like, that's part of the inspiration. It's just kind of a derogatory, like, take on it. It's like you should never feel bad for being astounded and in a state of awe and wonder. That is, like, so much of a better space to be in than just be like, I'm not impressed. Like, oh, seen it before. It's just kind of like, wow, it's like not the best look to have that attitude. But so many people do, and it's just like, it's cool to be dry and not care. And it's just like, who made that cool? Like, how is that acceptable? Because you're closed off and distanced. Like, okay. I mean, I've done that. I have dry humor too, but have the whole spectrum. Like, never lose your sense of wonder. It's a beautiful thing.